Good afternoon, everyone. At this hour, fans and the media gathering outside the federal prison camp at Softly Field in Pensacola. They're waiting for freshly pardoned reality star Todd Chrisley to come out the gates.
Todd and his wife Julie Chrisley were convicted of financial crimes in 2022. Their attorney appealed to President Trump, saying they were prosecuted because of their conservative lifestyle. Savannah Chrisley joining us now live. She's been waiting at the prison all day for Todd Chrisley's release. Samantha.
Tanner, Karis, a long day indeed, especially under this hot sun today, but that's not keeping people from being out here. I kind of want to give you the lay of the land here outside of the prison here in Pensacola. Kind of take a look to my left here to start, and you can kind of see some of the news media that's gathered here. We've got people from local here in Northwest Florida all the way to some national folks that are coming from different parts of the country just to get a glimpse of Todd Chrisley being released from Softly Field here. And you can see down this way, this is where the public has been parking. We've got at least 24 cars here right now with folks that have been coming in and out all day long, just hoping to see Chrisley come out. We know that President Trump officially signed the paperwork pardoning both Todd and Julie just a little bit ago. So now we are waiting for their daughter, Savannah Chrisley. We understand that she's in the area. She posted on Instagram earlier that she was at a local food truck here in Pensacola. So we're keeping an eye down this road, waiting for any sign that she's coming down here to pick up her dad. And like I mentioned, we had a lot of folks that have been coming and going today. And I spoke with one of them who actually brought her daughter here. I want you to take a listen.
When Maggie was a baby, we watched a lot of the Chrisleys. That's what would calm her down. So in our family, we call him Papa Todd. Yeah. So we're just waiting for Papa Todd.
We're going to continue monitoring the situation, kind of watching for any cars that are coming and going. And of course, as soon as we have any movement or any sort of update, we'll be sure to let you know. Live in Pensacola, Samantha Chrisley, WEAR News.
Media gathering outside the federal prison camp at Softly Field in Pensacola, and they're waiting for freshly pardoned reality star Todd Chrisley to come out. Here is Savannah Chrisley.
Bureau of Prisons that we've all wanted, which is to rehabilitate individuals, because at the end of the day,
We're taking a listen in now.
Society, so we want them to enter back into society in a safer, faster manner and be rehabilitated.
Your dad has really called out the staff here, the issues here, the
Yes.
inhumane conditions. Are you confident that they're going to handle this process fairly in terms of releasing him? I mean, they've been nice to him today.
Yeah, of course, there's individuals who are being nice today, and I think they're getting nervous. There have been some really good individuals, and I'm not going to take that away from the Bureau. Of course, there's some corruption that needs to be weeded out, but for the good ones that are here, I'm grateful for them, and due to them, we can potentially have lasting change. But we've got to weed out the really crappy ones.
You've got some. Can you talk about any plans your family has, short-term and long-term?
Yes, I mean, my family, we just want to get home. We want to get home. We want to be reunited. It's going to take a while. They've been behind walls for 2.5 years, and they thought they were going to be here for 12 and 7 years. So I think there's going to be some PTSD. There's going to be just the way that this system has been ran is not one that takes individuals' mental health into account. So it's going to be a journey, but honestly, with God on our side and with the support system that we have, I have a feeling that God is going to repay us tenfold.
What's it mean seeing the supporters out here just waiting for your dad to get out?
Yes, I'll wait till this truck goes by.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So there's always a chance.
Right, there's always. Honestly, I think for all the individuals that are here that have supported my family, thank you.
Oh, we're so happy.
Thank you. Just the people that have shown up here today. I know there's people at my mom's place. There's people with Trump flags flying. I mean, this president has given people hope in a future, hope in a brighter future, not just, as people like to say, for the wealthy or the people who have campaigned for him. He is truly giving everyone a chance at a better life, and for that, I will forever be grateful.
Savannah, this is very early to ask, but people online are really wanting to know, any idea that your family might return this spring again?
Yes. We have a new show coming out on Lifetime, and it will document all of these things. And we're excited. It's all God. We literally could not have done it. It's all God and President Trump at this point. So, yes.
When was the last time your parents have spoken to each other?
My parents have not spoken to each other, heard each other's voices, or seen each other in the past 2.5 years. It has been extremely difficult. Their 29th wedding anniversary was on May 25th. So we're only a few days out from that. So when they reunite, we're going to celebrate anniversaries, birthdays, Christmases, all the things, because we're going to make up for the lost time. But I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly. The past 2.5 years has taught me so much, and I am a privileged white girl. I didn't know that there was a system that operated this way. And my parents going to prison, I thank God for it, because it opened my eyes to something so much greater than ourselves. And it opened my eyes to the men and women that are in this system that need people to fight for them. And this doesn't just stop with my family. I'm going to get my parents home, and I will be back in DC, and I will continue to fight for these men and women and reforms, and especially for women in the system. We need more bills in front of Congress, and we need to make sure that these individuals are rehabilitated and we're giving them proper tools to succeed, because right now we just aren't.
What do you anticipate the process being like when you go in there?
I think they're ready to throw him out at this point. So I don't think it'll be too difficult. I think they're ready to throw him out and get him out, because we have exposed a lot of corruption, and I will continue to do so. And like I said, we have Billy Marshall, who wants the corruption being exposed. He inherited a broken system. Colette Peters, will you step over there for me just for a minute? Thank you. Colette Peters, she destroyed this system. She did absolutely nothing to help the system. And I thought finally we had a woman in power. A woman was going to do something, because we as women can accomplish a hell of a lot more than a man can, in my opinion. So nothing's more powerful than a pissed off woman, a pissed off mom, a pissed off daughter. And that's what got me to where I'm at. So Billy Marshall, I hope he and Josh Smith are going to change the system. And I believe they will. I know they will. And like I said, Alice Johnson is a force to be reckoned with. At 70 years old, she is the story that it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what cards you've been dealt. She is now working in the White House at 70 years old, and she was pardoned by President Trump, and she wants to see as many people out as she possibly can. She wants to give people a second chance. Alice Johnson is changing lives, and these men in here can change lives just like Alice Johnson can if they get out and they do right and they are rehabilitated.
President Trump pardoned reality TV star Todd Chrisley today, and Chrisley and his wife Julie were convicted in a multi-million-dollar bank fraud scheme. Their attorney appealed to President Trump, saying they were prosecuted because of their conservative lifestyle. Well, Todd has been serving his 12-year sentence at the federal prison in Pensacola. Savannah Chrisley has been there all afternoon, and he is expected to be released soon. Samantha?
So yeah, he's expected to be released any minute. President Trump signed the official paperwork a few hours ago, but just within the last 20-30 minutes, Savannah Chrisley herself actually just arrived and spoke with all of us. She's behind this vehicle now, speaking with some family, friends, and some folks, but she spoke with us about how she is so excited, how she has been getting all sorts of love and all sorts of hate about her parents being pardoned. And she said that she is here in Pensacola. She's been here since about 2 a.m. She said she hasn't had any sleep. She hasn't brought anything with her. She is just ready to see her dad. She said her brother is up in Kentucky to retrieve her mom, who is in a federal prison in Lexington. And let's go ahead and take a little listen to just a snippet of what she had to say when she got here.
We just want to get home. We want to get home. We want to be reunited. It's going to take a while. They've been behind walls for 2.5 years, and they thought they were going to be here for 12 and 7 years. So I think there's gonna be some PTSD. There's going to be just the way that this system has been ran is not one that takes individuals' mental health into account.
And that was Savannah talking about what it's going to be like to have her whole family home. She said, her dad was supposed to serve 12 years here. Her mom's supposed to serve 7 in Lexington, Kentucky. So she said it's going to take some adjusting for them once everybody gets home to get things back to normal. But she said she is just so excited, and really she's in a waiting period just like the rest of us. So you mentioned we've been here all afternoon. We've been here since about 8:15 this morning. Sarah Gale was here before that. So it's been a long time coming today, and we have people from all over who have sat out here alongside us just waiting for a chance to see Todd come out of these gates at some point today. So as soon as we have an update, as soon as we see him come through these gates or get sort of update of when he's going to be leaving, we'll be sure to let you know. Live in Pensacola, Samantha Serban, WEAR News.